Hey ratbags, it's Jade. Today I'm back with another LEGO Fortnite video and taking a look at caves in the desert. This is where you find copper, obsidian and the bright core. Leave a like if you find this guide useful, check out the rest of my LEGO Fortnite guides and let's go. So just like the grassy caves, they are often in a rock on their own with a cracked top, so it won't be in a cliff face, it will be just standing separate. But how do you survive in a desert? There's a few ways. You can either pick up and eat some snowberries. These will give you 2 minutes of protection against heat, or even better, make the snowberry shake if you've crafted the juicer crafting station. You will need milk as well that you get from cows, but that should be easy enough. There's another couple of options. You can craft one of the charms. The cool-headed charm will give you protection against the heat, but you need to gather 3 sand shells that you get from the sand rollers, and obviously lots of silk that you get from spiders and scorpions. Do check out my guide to the desert environment for more details on what you need in terms of resources like amber and flexwood. You can get better versions of this charm, but it does require a lot more resources that you won't get until end game, until you've explored some of the cold biome too. And the other option is to travel at night time, which is okay for the desert, but the actual caves are hotter. You are going to need specialist tools as well, basically upgraded ones. In fact, you're going to need the rare pickaxe, but we'll cover that in a second. In the caves, you will find stuff that you've already seen in others. You'll be able to pick up lots of these slurp mushrooms. There's plenty of granite and wood lying around as well, and plenty of chests with resources. You can see the copper nodes there on the wall, and you can also see the bright core nodes. So you can't harvest any of the bright core with an uncommon pickaxe. It has to be rare at least. Bright core is used a lot in all of your light fittings to make sure your base is not so dark. Once you've gathered it, this should unlock the metal smelter crafting bench too. Next up is copper, and yep, you've guessed it, uncommon pickaxe is no good, you are going to need the rare. Copper is super important in upgrading your final village square monuments, and you pretty much need it for like the last levels. Obsidian, yep, not uncommon, you will need your rare pickaxe. And hopefully you'll be able to pick some up, again needed for the final upgrades for your village squares. They tend to be smaller deposits and not as much as you find of the bright core or the copper. There's one other real notable resource that you need to get from some of these caves, and that's called blast core. You'll get it as a deposit when you defeat one of these lava or blast rollers. They're really useful for taking out some skeletons, make sure you have them explode around them. Enemies in the desert cave are going to be much tougher than you found previously, and obviously the lava is very dangerous. You'll also come across even more scorpions. These guys can go ahead and explode after you've defeated them, so make sure you always dodge out of the way just at the last minute. So it unlocks a rare charm, and this is really useful for exploring the cold biome, which you should do in order after the desert. It will protect you against the cold as you explore, and it also gives you an essence of damage which you can apply at your essence table. And that's it pretty much for the desert cave. So how do you get the upgraded tools needed though to go ahead and get all these resources? So you have to upgrade your crafting bench so that you unlock the uncommon. That's pretty easy enough, 3 shells and some planks, job done. You'll then be able to go ahead and get yourself an uncommon axe, which you can use to go and get the knot root inside caves in the grass biome. Once you've got the knot root wood, you can go ahead and make the pickaxe, and this can be used to get the marble. So once you've got them 2 resources, you need to go and take out some of the wolves in the desert. They'll drop the sand claws. These guys can only be found in the desert, although you may be able to lure them slightly out of it. They usually drop 4 when defeated, so you probably will need to kill at least 2. And the sand shells you get from sand rollers that you find either on the coastline or sometimes in the desert as well. This will unlock the rare crafting bench. And there you can see you've got the rare forest axe, which you're going to need some of the cut amber that you find in the desert, which you can mine with your uncommon pickaxe, so don't worry. But to get the materials in the cave, you are going to need the rare pickaxe. And for that, you're going to need 3 flexwood rods that you got from the cactus and 3 more sand claws. And that's pretty much it. Obviously, if you haven't unlocked things like the stone cutter or the juicer, then you may need to upgrade your village square a little bit, as you're going to need some of them to go ahead and help you either survive in the desert or to actually cut the obsidian once you've got it. Like I said, do go and check out the previous guides for a complete more breakdown of the desert environment and some of the early stuff if you're still a bit struggling. And look out for future guides where I now venture into the cold and take you through everything you need to know about the frozen caves. Until next time, ratbags, I'll catch you later.